So I have a real treat for all of you. We've been talking about Early in his singing, but you haven't heard him yet. And as a favorite song at many of the places that we go to, I'd like for him to sing this for you now, and just like in the groups, we'll talk about it later.
Yes. All right. Here we go.
Take the slack up in case your baby leave you alone. You're gonna need a backup. She might just say back up. You better find yourself a second home. You might have a blowout, you might even get thrown out, but don't you be no fool and get caught without a spare. You don't want to end up with the short end of the deal. You're in the middle of a love crisis. My personal advice is you're gonna need a backup. Someone to take the slack up. In case your baby, you're gonna need one. You alone. Hey, you're gonna need a backup. She might just say back up. You better find yourself a second home. Now loving on the edge is such a dangerous game, when there's no safety net to catch you when you fall. You gotta be aware and fully prepared. There's not much you can do when your back's against the wall. You're gonna need a backup. You're gonna need someone to take the slack up. In case your baby leave you alone. You're gonna need a backup. She might just say back up. You better find yourself a second home. Now listen, don't be the one left in the cold with no love of your own and no place to go. A little insurance ain't never hurt no one. If you wanna land on your feet after the deal is done, you're gonna need a backup. Someone to take the slack up. You're gonna need one. In case your baby leave you alone. Hey, you're gonna need a backup. She might just say back up. You better find yourself a second home. You gonna need a backup. Go on and find yourself one. Have some place to go. All right. Hey, whoa. You're gonna need a backup. Someone to take the slack up. In case your baby leave you alone. You're gonna need one. You're gonna need a backup. She might just say back up. You better find yourself a second home. Gonna find yourself up. Someone to take the slack up. So that baby can have some place to go when she tells you you're gonna need a backup. She might just say back up. Go out and find yourself a second home. You're gonna need a backup. She might just say back up.
Thanks, Early. That was awesome as always.
All right. You're
And,
welcome. I enjoyed it. Always enjoy it.
I love that song because it helps us open up so many conversations.
Yes, it does.
What do you think gets people the most with that song? Why is it so helpful in our groups?
Well, because the song make you think. Because when you first hear the song, you the first thing that comes to your mind is you're talking about a love affair.
Right.
It make it sound like you're talking about a man needs another woman, or a woman needs another man in their life. Well, that's what you see. Okay, but that's not the idea of it.
Right.
The factual idea of it is just like the song says, you need a backup. Because no matter what you are doing or has done in your life, you need a backup. They used to say a backup plan.
Right.
You understand? In which that's what it is. It's a backup plan. Because if you, say for instance, you're living home, you lose your job, you've been paying mom and dad rent, now you want to leech off mom and dad.
Uh-oh.
And mom and dad say, okay, you either find a job or you're out of here.
And that's real tough love.
That's tough love. You understand? And you need a backup. You either need a sister that you can go stay with, or a brother, a cousin, or a very good friend, you know, because that you need a backup.
Yeah, I think it helps people think about, well, what would I do if something happened like that?
That's right.
Or who
Because
would
look what
I
happened.
go to?
Look what happened in this pandemic.
Yes, God, I know a lot of people needed backup.
They need a backup. Everybody, most everybody
Yeah.
needed a backup. Some people had some, and
Yeah.
some didn't. A lot of people wound up homeless.
Yeah, and I think that's why our program is so effective, because it's really hard for people to talk about it, first of all.
Yes.
They're already feeling bad.
Yeah.
And but the most important thing that's going to help you if you are depressed or sad is not to hold it in, but to open up and be able to talk about it. So
That's
you
right.
can get help. You can find out from other people. You're not the only one that feels that way.
That's
and
right.
This is what I did when that happened to me. And so anyway, I think it's a great song.
It is very, very good song, and it coordinates with pretty much everything in people's lives.
Yep.
You know, in every area. You're ready to go to work in the morning, your car don't start. You need a backup.
Yep. Or when I called my mama when I was in nursing school crying, saying I wanted to quit because I wanted to go sing with my brother, and she said, you need a backup
That's right.
while you're working on your music.
That's
and
right.
She wouldn't let me quit, and thank goodness she didn't, because
That's
I
right.
ended up loving it.
Yeah, that's right, you know. So it relates to everybody. Nobody's exempt. It relates to everybody. And I'm so proud to have written that song with the late, great Mr. Harvey Scales, who was a brilliant-minded writer and producer and arranger. We were very good friends, and we spent a lot of time and effort on this song to make sure that it came out right, and I'm grateful for that, you know.
And who knew that you would be singing that for a bunch of kids?
Exactly.
I mean, like one time, the youngest in the group was 10, and I thought, oh, Lord, I don't know if we're going to get through. And he answered, he
Exactly.
raised his hand more than anybody.
Yeah, I was so
That was
impressed with that, you know, because here they are, you know, 9 and 10 years old and 11, you know, you wouldn't expect them to relate to this, because most kids that age are listening to the rap,
Right.
you know, they're listening to this, doom, 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 you know,
Yeah.
and there he had the answer right away.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Just goes to show you can't judge people, you know. You can't say, oh, they're not going to like this.
That's
or,
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
they're not smiling. They must not like it.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of these kids, they don't know how to smile yet. They don't have anything to smile about, you know.
That's right. They really
and just
don't.
because they're quiet or they don't look like they're responding, you're really still reaching them. 'Cause
That's right.
by the end of the time we're with them, they're hugging us and asking when we're coming back.
Yeah.
And it's a great joy. So there's the great Early Clover with one of his super duper songs. You'll hear more.
And Miss Fantastic Suzanne Geimer.